Played here since 1932, these two programs have defied conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. For nearly a century, this venue has stood on the grounds of the Texas State Fair, right as you with us from the Cotton Bowl. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman comp. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Sooners headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Madness. Right side, it's Coleman. At the 40, there he goes. Caught, and he's got room. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Man, this defense is reeling already. First play of the game, and you give up an explosive play in the passing game just like that. They better collect themselves and buckle up and get ready to go.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level. Right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entirely different level now.
And it's just fun to watch rivalries in college football. We've lost a lot of them with expansion. This one we get to keep. I love that they're both going to the SEC. They're going to play each other a bunch. We're going to still have this Red River rivalry that gets so many people excited. It's an unbelievable event. We've been there for game day a bunch. It is absolutely crazy.
Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skilled players throwing the ball, and right now that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make my subs? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy, but the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable.
Here's Arch to throw. Under pressure. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Jackson will throw. Fires immediately. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. He is in. Touchdown Sooners.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Coleman's got it on the right side. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And talking to the defensive coaches coming into this game, man, what do they talk about, guys? They talked about tackling. They've got to be good in space, not allow those little plays to turn into big ones. Early in this football game, they miss the mark. They don't tackle well. That's going to be a big thing to watch throughout this football game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Arch is going to throw for it. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
That early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
He's going to take off. Powers through the defender. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let him out of the pocket there, but now forcing the 4th down, and it's decision time for this offense.
4th down, Manning. Out wide right, it's Coleman. And he is stopped short, well short of the marker as the defense stands tall. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. They'll go to the counter. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up 1 big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
And the RPO got him. Past the 40. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. from the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he added the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Throwing Manning. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Second and long here. From the gun, it's Henderson. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Manning from the gun on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way.
Oh, it's a phony punt. They're going to run it with the up man. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away. Couldn't ask for a better starting field position for this offense. Running inside, it's Hawkins.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Keep it on the ground. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Jackson will throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Handoff to the lone back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Give to the running back. Swamped immediately.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes.
You know, when you go down personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Takes the handoff. It's Hawkins. Nowhere to go.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
Looking for a crease. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Jackson gonna throw it. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Offense still out there lining up quickly on 4th down. Plowing ahead on 4th down. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
And your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man. Hard running there. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Going to work in the air, it's Manning. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Quick give. It's Hawkins. They put the brakes on it. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Jackson will throw. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Back's got it on the screen. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. Snapped on 4th down. Moving out to the right. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Using his legs, it's Henderson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Texas! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Hits inside. It's Hawkins. Stopped right there.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Now a timeout called by the Sooners as their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Sooners come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Jackson gonna throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hawkins. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Looking for space. It's Hawkins. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
And that's pretty encouraging. Like, this defense needs a shot in the arm, right? Like, 2 possessions, they've given up 2 touchdowns. Like, now they try to be aggressive and go after the deep ball right away. Nice coverage. That's a good start to this drive. You know, 2 bad drives, we flush those, we forget about those. See if this defense can get back on track.
Second down, gonna throw it. He's not afraid to go deep. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in full control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
They'll run the screen. They'll bring him down right at the 20-yard line, and a 4th down looms and decision time for this offense. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Good right down the boulevard. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks. And it's South Carolina on top right now as they look to dig out of a big hole. Dropping 4 of the first 5 was no way to start a season. Perhaps they found something here today. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside, Mac.
Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Jackson will throw. Left side is Hawkins. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. There he goes to the right. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick 6 certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. Yeah, exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Going to the running game. Enough to move the chains. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
Well, obviously, the running back has been the big story for this offense all season long, and the coaches talked about this in the offseason. They had to identify the right guy in the portal to help this offense be physical, to generate explosive.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Looking for a gap. It's Blaylock. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Jackson gonna throw it. Rush right in his face. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
You just love to see that from the quarterback. I know it's a big 3rd down, and more than anything, you want to throw a completion and keep your offense on the field. But when the defense wins and nobody's...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Gotta make the play on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
There he goes. All the way. Touchdown, Texas.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Makes a move. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Blaylock. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's Blaylock. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Jackson will throw. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They've yet to convert on 4th down, though not for lack of trying. 0 for 3 so far. Let's see if they can get it done this time. Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. On the run, it's Henderson. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now on the move. He's got enough. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the touchdown, Longhorn. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Jackson gonna throw it. Setting up the screen. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. On the draw, it's Blaylock.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Texans offense makes its way out to begin the drive. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. He'll pull it down and run. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing, I've got man coverage. If it's not open.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And the stomping has commenced. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Caught. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Right side, it's Blaylock. At midfield, he's got room. And he's wrestled out of bounds after a nice pickup. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Look out! They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
Dropping back, it's Bentley. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. On play action. Buying time to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Move to his right. The throw. Out wide right, it's Wingo. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And wide receivers are doing this more and more in college football. You see them motion and shift all over the place. They give them the football a lot. Sometimes they use them as a decoy, but nice, positive game. But more importantly, defense understanding they're ready for it. Good stop.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Turning it on! Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Bentley. Out wide left, it's Hawkins. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. With the draw, it's Hawkins. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains. He now has 108 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Rashad Downs going up top. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Hawkins. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To throw, Manning. Rushes on. Got out of trouble and throws. Right side, it's Henderson. And that is how we will wrap this one up. This game always brings out the best in both teams, but today, Jesse, Texas' best was a little better.
And this is a win.